Hey everybody, my name is Jared and I am a Master Mason in the state of Mississippi in the United States of America. And we have reached the part of the Entered Apprentice Degree where we are now into the lectures. So I want to take an opportunity at this time to explain what the point of the lectures are and how they're kind of separated. And I won't delve into this much detail when we get to the Fellowcraft and the Master Mason degrees. So you have in your entire ceremony of being initiated, you have the initiation itself, the ceremony, the ritual, whatever you want to call it, okay? And then you have lectures, and these are designed to explain to you the things that have taken place, because as you go through the ritual, you're involved in that. You're actively immersed in it, and so it can be difficult to try to pick out things and embellish on them during your initiation or during any of your degrees. So now we're going to take an opportunity to provide to you a lecture or two that are going to give you some information. Now, I would be very interested to hear from Freemasons from around the globe if you have any information about how you term these lectures in your jurisdiction. So generally speaking, here in the state of Mississippi, you're just going to be told that the lecture is divided into a certain number of sections. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2. And then from there, we might use different names as titles to those different lectures or those different sections. So, but there seem to be, from what I have seen around before, some general terms that are used. For example, a explanatory lecture or a historical lecture. So one lecture to explain to you the degree, and then another lecture to explain to you the history of the degree, where all of this ceremony came from. So I'm curious to hear other information, because I have learned quickly over the course of the last couple of years what is different around the globe, and I feel like this is going to be one of those things where the lectures in some jurisdictions will have specific names and in others may just be referred to as second section. So I'm interested to hear that. Please leave a comment below and give me some light on that so I can share it with everybody in the future. But what we're here to talk about today is the second section of the Entered Apprentice Degree as it is in the state of Mississippi, and it is an explanatory lecture. Now, not much of this is written down, and I can only share with you the things that are written down. But we're going to step into this talking about one part of the symbolisms that are being discussed, where it says, "Right hand upon the Holy Bible, square and compasses," because the right hand was made use of by our ancient brethren as a symbol of fidelity, which is sometimes represented by 2 right hands joined, at others by 2 human figures holding each other by the right hand. The right hand, therefore, was made use of as a token of your sincerity and a pledge of your fidelity in the business in which you were then engaged. Alright, so all you lefties of the world, go ahead, leave your hate mail down below. But seriously, this is a symbology that was being used throughout antiquity, where 2 right hands together was being shown to represent truth and fidelity. It was honesty represented in symbols. So take it for whatever that is worth, but that is being explained to you on what we are using that for. So there's one other bit of symbology that I can share with you here in the second lecture, and we have touched on it before where we discussed about a Freemason's apron. But here in the lecture it's explained as, "You were presented a lambskin or white leather apron, because the lamb has in all ages been deemed an emblem of innocence. The lambskin, therefore, was to remind you of that purity of life and conduct which is so essentially necessary to your gaining admission, into the celestial lodge above, where the supreme architect of the universe presides. Well, those are the two things that I can share with you from the second section, or the explanatory lecture, of the Entered Apprentice Degree. So you know that somewhere in this degree you're going to see that truth and fidelity are things that are going to be symbolically represented to you. And you know that innocence and purity is going to be represented to you through the lambskin or white leather apron. The rest is very similar. Same types of topics, same moralities and virtues, but things that we keep inside of the craft, and things for you to learn about when you go through your initiation. Next, we're going to move into the third section, which is a historical account. So make sure you check back for that. Thank you all for taking the time to watch. We'll see you next time.